think it is, honestly. I got a feeling the playoffs will be different no matter what we do in these games. So it's just, we want to just keep building and playing better. We got our troops for the most part and what we have. So that's the only important part for us. Other than that, as far as gauging where you're at, I don't think you do gauge during the regular season. You just prepare your team to get ready for the playoffs.
Doc, as far as Kevin and Paul, do you have a plan in place in your mind of whether to rest guys the last 5 games, a game here, a game there?
Yeah.
You want to share that with us?
No, but I do. I mean, obviously, we have to take care of our position, but for Kevin, rest is always important, and Paul as well. But other than that, yeah, we've thought about it. We've talked about it.
Are you surprised that more teams have, when you've had Jeff and Paul out there, they've had a smaller guy on Paul? Is that surprising?
Yeah, but that won't last. I think teams will go back and forth on it. And they did even in the game the other night. They started out with a small, and then they went big, then they went back small. So I think teams are trying to figure out which way they would guard it. It's nice when you play, honestly, a team that's not in the playoffs, and the coaches. After the game, you can ask, like what their reasoning for choosing one or the other. It's been interesting, the comments that I've got back.
I mean, not putting any specific coach, but just in general, have they relayed to you? Like, why one or the other?
Good information.
Haven't done this for a while, Doc. Is there any consistent theme that you see or have seen over the years about these last 5 games or so about getting your team ready for a
playoff? That's a good question. I wish I actually had a theme or could see something. That would be terrific for me. But you don't. I mean, we've gone into, 2010, we were not playing well. And all of a sudden, it just came. So, I just don't know. I mean, I think our guys they know it's coming. They know the playoffs are coming. You can see they're getting more focused, they're getting more excited about it. But then you also look at some of them and then they start playing safe because they want to get to the playoffs, and that means bad basketball as well. So you just don't know.
Doc, the new starting 5 is the biggest challenge going forward going to be just developing a defensive chemistry.
Yeah. Offensively, it's been pretty easy. We knew that, and they've worked on it offensively. We've done skeleton with that group all year. Defensively, it's tough to mock what the other teams are going to do because you don't have those type of players. In our team, we don't have a Wade running around. Even Templeton the other night created off the dribble issues for us and created. Jeff's fouls, 3 of the first 4 were all off the dribbling, guarding the ball, guys attacking them off the dribble fouls, and so I mean that's an issue because we don't need him in foul trouble, and so we have to figure out a way of taking those plays away because that's what teams are going to do. They're going to try to isolate one of them and try to attack them off the dribble, which creates a whole new set of problems.
With that said, are you set with this group going into the
Yeah, I like it. That doesn't mean I won't change. Listen, when the coach says he's set for the next game. Yeah. If you like something else, you'll go with something else. So I'm set.
How much different will these next 5 games be, Doc, as opposed to what the playoffs will bring?
Well, the playoffs are just different. It's more intense. It's a single opponent, 7 times. That's the mindset you have. So, and after game 1, they know exactly what you're doing, and you know exactly what they're doing, and it ups the intensity even more. And it also playoffs exposes your weakness, where in the regular season you can pretty much hide a lot of them. And our key is, hopefully as a staff, we know what our weaknesses are, and we are going to have to mask them as best as we can in the playoffs because they'll show, and that'll be a concern.
How much those conversations with other coaches that aren't going to be in the playoffs, how open are those, and how much have they helped you in the past as you've gone in the playoffs?
They've always helped, and they're open, for the most part. I mean, they're not going to tell you their secrets, but they're going to tell you some of their thoughts. So they're helpful.
How dependent on that is your personal relationship with those coaches?
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't ask, to be honest. So if you have a relationship with a coach, it helps. And there's also a lot of coaches not, coaching right now that you talk to a lot, and you even ask them, like, who would you guard or how would you attack, because it's good getting somebody outside of us, because they see us entirely different than you see yourself.
With the starters pretty much in place now, I think you get more consistency out of the bench. You have more of a unit set.
Yeah, I think it helps them as well. I mean, there's still some moving parts, fortunately or unfortunately for us right now on our bench, but I like our unit.
Are you worried about